लभन्ते ब्रह्मनिर्वाण मृषयः क्षीणकल्मषः छिन्नद्वैधायतात्मानः सर्वभूतहिते रताः.
Those seers of truth, whose doubts have been dispelled, whose sins have been annihilated, who have their minds controlled, and who are engaged in the welfare of all beings, attain liberation or experience of ultimate truth or Brahman.
Who will attain Brahma Nirvana? Who will achieve the state of Brahman? It is Shina Kalmashaha, implying only the one who gets rid of his sins. Your life should not be artificial. If your life is simple and natural, your impurity will disappear. Currently, you are healthy. But when inflicted with a disease, you get back to the disease-free state only after the disease gets cured. Similarly, once you get rid of the impurity, you will attain the natural purity that existed before you possessed the impurity. Therefore, God said, make an effort, practice, enhance your discrimination, and thereby destroy the impurity within you.
You must possess the wisdom to evaluate and estimate others. Self-knowledge is necessary to know yourself. But in the future, even with money, you cannot leave. You need intelligence. If you merely earn money for the sake of your children but do not teach them intelligence, they will undoubtedly get ruined. A task done out of selfishness will lead to your degradation and multiply your number of rebirths. The same task, done selflessly, will lead to your moral and spiritual progress. It is only your task that leads to your progress or downfall.
Chinadvaita refers to those whose doubts have been dispelled. Some people possess doubt in every aspect. Suppose I say that God exists. They start thinking thus. Nanagaru says that God exists. But does God really exist? Perhaps he doesn't exist. Suppose you are perfectly healthy. Suppose your days are passing on without any hassles. Imagine you are being honored by everyone as sir or madam. You will completely forget the fact that on one day or the other, you will be facing death. Maya or delusion is so strong. Then why should you get surprised if you forget God? Don't doubt in this regard. Even if all the 7,000 people in Jinuru tell you that God doesn't exist, your faith should not waver. Then, you will attain the grace of God. When we lack self-confidence, we believe whatever others tell us to be true. Only those who are mentally weak doubt whether God exists or not. The Lord said, "Till now, none of them attained self-knowledge who has been mentally weak."
Don't keep your doubts to yourselves. Doubts are equivalent to a thorn in the leg and a particle in the eye. A particle in the eye is as painful as a leg thorn. If you possess any doubts, take the shelter of a guru and ask him humbly with an intense yearning. Only then, Guru, out of grace, will dispel your doubts. Your methodology of asking should be in such a manner that the Guru should get the urge to speak. Only then will Guru speak out. Therefore, if you have doubts about God, get them clarified by a Guru.
Once, a devotee asked Bhagavan Ramana, "You say that the physical heart exists on the left-hand side of the chest, and the spiritual heart exists on the right-hand side. We can hear the heartbeat on the left-hand side. However, if the spiritual heart exists on the right-hand side, why are we not able to perceive it?" Bhagavan replied, "You can know it only through experience. The spiritual heart is not a part of the body. It does not indicate that the spiritual heart is non-existent. It is revealed not merely by words but only through experience. Guru's grace must exist along with your effort.
You should also have the grace of the scriptures. The self will not reveal if you consider yourselves to be good. The self reveals only when the indweller finds you to be good. The self within you does not resemble a wall. It is not a gross object. It remains a witness to all your thoughts, words, and deeds. Therefore, the judgment has to be given by the self. Only when the self feels that you are God-centered, have a good intellect, and are good at heart will it reveal to you. Otherwise, it will not reveal if you have your prejudices. For the self to reveal, lose your impurity, and get released from the mind and ego. Base your life on the scriptures, not the body-bound I. Whatever you refer to as I, is untrue. There is a truth within your heart. It should come into your experience. You do not even understand that there is a truth within your heart. You will acknowledge the existence of truth within your heart when you have the company of holy men, Mahatmas, Maharishis, yogis, and incarnations. Once you taste it, you feel like making an effort. Don't give up the faith in God's existence.
Yatatmanaha refers to those possessing sense control and self-control. Kalidasa said, "All the pleasures should be within your reach, yet you should not get attracted towards them. Only then you are said to possess self-control. Internally, you may like sweets, but externally, pretend that you dislike them. However, when offered a plate full of sweets, you will resemble a fox by consuming them. A fox may call the grapes sour as they are unreachable. However, if the grapes are reachable, the fox will eat them away. As the sweets are not accessible, we say that we don't like them. But once the sweets become accessible, we start eating them. So do not deceive yourself. All the pleasures should be before you, yet you should not get attracted. Then, it is called yatatmanaha."
Sarvabhuta hite rata implies desiring the welfare of all beings. You may be unable to help everyone, yet desire everyone's welfare. Poverty may exist at home, but poverty should not exist within heart. Therefore, don't be poor in desiring the welfare of others. Desire the welfare of your enemies, too. Enemies, friends, and relatives are all but creations of the mind. They are as true as your dream.
Losing the sins, becoming doubtless, having sense control, desiring the welfare of all beings. Only those who possess these qualifications become one with the Brahman. Only such a person can attain liberation. We are deceiving ourselves in several aspects. Despite possessing body consciousness, we are under the impression of possessing self-consciousness. God states that the self is deathless. However, we still think that we will die when the body dies. Therefore, it implies that we possess body consciousness and not self-consciousness. One who possesses self-consciousness does not think that he is going to die when his body's death is approaching. Though we are in LKG, we consider ourselves to be in PG. It is called self-deception. Currently, we possess body consciousness only, but if we presume to have self-consciousness, we will be at a great loss. Therefore, we must not deceive ourselves in this manner.
लभन्ते ब्रह्म निर्वाणं ऋषयः क्षीणकल्मषाः छिन्नद्वैधायतात्मान सर्वभूतहिते रताः लभन्ते ब्रह्मनिर्वाणं ऋषयः क्षीणकल्मषाः छिन्नद्वैधा यतात्मान सर्वभूत हिते रताः